Like they could sneeze, or they could have their head stuck in a window, and no one's getting up to help them. No one's even saying God bless you. God bless you with your head stuck in that window. Welcome to another episode of Tank Talk. My name is not Keith Millender.
My name is not Brandon Lorick.
And that's how the cookie crumbles.
Mm-hmm.
This week we're talking about politics.
Oh, not politics.
But not real politics.
We decided to not talk about politics.
Exactly. So we're talking about it without talking about it. And that's how you fall in love.
That's how we do it.
Not really, though.
Yeah. Explain how we're going to be doing it, Brandon.
Well, Keith, the current political climate we have, let's just take a little look at it.
It is blustering.
Shouldn't have said that in the way that I did. I always record these and think, Brandon, you did pretty good mouth talking today. And then I go back and watch them and think, mouth talk no good. Videos, mouth noise. No.
What you're saying is it sounds like that's what you're saying.
Good, no, it is. Yeah, and in my mind I think, well, Keith, the current climate of politics is one of. But then when I watch it back, I just go, climates, politicians, no say. I go,
maybe
I think, fair enough.
Maybe I'm not paying attention, but I really didn't catch anything. I'm sorry. That one got me.
So, but anyway, what I was going to say is that if you look at how politics are right now, if you look at our president, he's Donald Trump. And whether you hate him or whether you love him, you cannot deny the fact that prior to him running for president, it was probably safe to say that he was most known for being on a reality show.
Right. Now,
he was a very famous, a very rich businessman. But if you ask the average person, they're not going to think, oh, he's the guy that, worked out this deal. Or he's the guy that, gave money for this project.
There's a lot of rich businessmen in the world.
Yes.
There's only one Donald Trump.
They're going to go, oh, he's the guy that goes, you're fired. And then they watch every Sunday night, and they see how he chooses between whether Gary Busey or Jesse James is better at running a billion-dollar company.
I have never watched is The Apprentice. I do not regret it.
I watched it the season with Gary Busey and the season that had John Rich from Big and Rich on it, and it wasn't that bad of a show. I disagreed with some of the stuff they would do. I remember one time they had to raise money for something, and Donald Trump got upset because some of the people were calling in all these celebrity friends they had, but it may have been Jesse James or it might have been someone else, but they didn't call in their friends, and he got upset with that. But then as a viewer, I thought, well, they're being more realistic about it. They're operating with the sense of, okay, if you're just an average person, you can't call in all these favor from these artists and movie stars and all.
But you digress.
Yes, I digress. But going back, he was known for being a reality star. And since he has become president, you've had Kanye West come out and say that he wants to run for president. The Rock has announced that he's going to run for president. And there's been countless athletes, movie stars who haven't said they want to run for president, but they've said, I don't want to get it. One guy said, I don't belong in politics, but I think I'm going to run. Which doesn't make sense.
Well, Kid Rock is running for governor in some state or
senator. Yeah. And so you have now the problem is that everyone now thinks that in their minds they think if you have studied politics your whole life or been involved with it, you're a bad person, which can be true, or not necessarily a bad person, but you've been bought.
It's everyone has woken up and realized, hey, it's just a popularity contest. Which it really has become. So.
Yeah, and you can have people that are bad, but it's kind of like a surgeon. If a surgeon walked in there and said, okay, I've been doing these my whole life, I went to all these schools, and then I walked in and said, well, listen, I didn't go to no fancy school. I don't wear no fancy clothes. All I got is these...
All I got is a scalpel and a desire to cut into your chest.
And they're like, that guy's speaking truth. I want him. You wouldn't do that. And so I feel like instead of being in the middle with it, to where we, the proper way right now should be that politicians and celebrity stars can both be bad. Right. Now it's become celebrities are good choices.
That's incorrect.
And so Or is it incorrect?
Or is it correct?
Because Keith and I have prepared something. It's a red Solo cup.
That's
Shout
right.
out to Toby Keith. And inside this red Solo cup, we have written down some familiar faces, some celebrities, as the Hispanics would call them.
Okay. Oddly enough, Toby Keith is not in the mix.
We should have put him in there.
Yep. So, Brendan, would you like to pick our first name?
Yes.
The way this game is played is that we will pick a name out of the hat, the cup, and we will try to argue in the affirmative why they would make a good presidential candidate, if not a good president. So Brandon now picks the first name.
We have a really, really smart gorilla.
This is in the vein. I wrote this one down. This is in the vein of the Harambes of the world. So please.
I think that a really, really smart gorilla would be a great choice for president because he's seen life from the other side of the fence, if you will.
Right.
And he's seen all walks of life, all walks, all professions of life he's seen. Come to the zoo, because everyone goes to the zoo. So he's seen the white man walk by his cage, he's seen the black man walk by, he's seen the rich man walk by, the poor man walk by, and he knows what they're facing. He knows what's put that frown on their face, but he also knows what puts that smile on their face.
And he knows what it's like to be captive. He knows what it's like to be subjugated and used for other people's amusement, but he also knows what it's like to be the king of the jungle, which is, I would argue, the gorilla, not the lion. Because lions don't typically live in jungles.
Is the lion the vice president of the...
Well, it depends on who the gorilla selects as his running mate.
Would it be the strong or the Senate majority leader? Is that what you would say?
At least.
Okay.
The lion would be majority whip.
Okay.
Then we'd have a House of Cards situation in our hands.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Reach down towards the bottom, maybe. Rats. This is one I wrote. I've pulled out Zac Efron from the list. I chose him because I didn't choose him, but I wrote him down because he is likely still very popular with the teen and young adult demographic. He's got those chiseled abdominals, and that is a body I could follow, my friends. That commanding male physique that way, who can get all the ladies and men who like men on board. That's how you bring people together. You bring Zac Efron, who looks like a dude's dude, who likes to who he's a rad dude with tons of tude, but also he can appeal to the ladies. He can also appeal to the homosexuals and everyone else. All these different genders and sexualities that are fighting against one another. He can bring them together. Because you like what he's about, or you like how he looks. And
I think everyone enjoys an attractive person.
Agreed.
And I don't mean that for humor. I think that's just a fact. Like if you saw it's like in class. I was one time sitting in algebra, and like the cute girl in class sneezed. Every guy in the class went, "Bless you."
That's right.
And I have seen other girls who were not the most attractive girl in the class. Like they could sneeze. Or they could have their head stuck in a window, and no one's getting up to help them. No one's even saying "God bless you." God bless you with your head stuck in that window, or your leg stuck in that pipe.
There's one place you're wrong, Brennan, and that is every girl is the most beautiful girl in the room. That's what I was talking.
You about to run for president?
That's right. Just need to chisel my abs down.
All right. Let's see. We have Weird Al.
There's no shortage of ways we can argue this one.
I think Weird Al is a guy who right now takes songs that they might be good songs, they might be bad songs, they might be serious songs, might not be serious songs, and he puts a spin on it and makes us all love that song.
I knew exactly where you were going, and I can't agree more.
And I feel like right now we got stuff that people we're so against each other. We look at immigration, we look at healthcare. We look at just a number of issues, and just one side sits there and says, this is the way, the other side says, this is the way. Then Weird Al's going to pull out his guitar, and his band's going to go up there, and sing a song about healthcare, and we're going to be like, you know what? We're all one people.
We need a president who can take all of our afflictions, all of our good, all of our bad, all the things that makes us great, all the things that makes us trash. And we need a president who can take that, and to music, make it all hilarious.
Yes.
That's all. We don't need to fix anything. We just need something to laugh at.
Mm-hmm.
Something that'll entertain us. And I can't argue with it. We could probably stop now, but we won't because there's more names in this cup.
Mm-hmm.
Vince Vaughn. He's tall.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody likes a tall man. That's one of the problems people have with Donald Trump. He's not very tall.
Really?
I really don't think that's the case. But Vince Vaughn is tall. He is a
fake news alert.
Yeah.
Keith up here, old short Trump, old stump.
That's what they call it. He just got small hands, not a small body. But he is a good actor. I think there are a few blemishes on his career. Most recently being the second season of True Detective. Mm-hmm. That's going to be a real issue in campaigning. Mm-hmm. He's going to get questions. Why did you let the second season of True Detective be so terrible? You were going to be a bad guy, but the whole thing kind of sucked. What happened? So that's going to be an obstacle he's going to have to overcome. But I mean, he's always joking around with Owen Wilson, who will be a valuable ally.
That could be his running mate right there.
Exactly, Vice President Owen Wilson.
I don't know how you beat that ticket.
And I mean, whenever they get elected, as on inauguration day, you've got Hand on the Bible, Vince Vaughn, and then you got Owen Wilson going, wow, wow, wow. So really what we're saying is that Vince Vaughn's greatest asset is Owen Wilson as his running mate. Together they will succeed. Maybe separate they might fail on the laurels of True Detective Season 2. So please, Brandon, pick another.
All right.
Let me hold your can. Hold your cup.
LeBron James.
King James, they call him.
I think the best part of LeBron James being our president is that he become our president.
Right.
Will be successful for like 3 years. Then he can just leave us for another country.
Yep. Wow, that was a deep cut, Brennan. Deep cut.
I'm a fan of LeBron. I can say that.
But he'll come back, right?
He'll come back eventually. He'll wait till we get really
real desperate.
Yeah, the next person will be even worse. Like we'll probably burn all of his presidential jerseys.
Yeah, but eventually he will come back.
The whole country could become Cleveland.
Oh, which we don't want. We don't want that.
That's one thing. I haven't seen anyone burning like Trump like hats or shirts.
Yeah.
So
would you say that he would be more suited for a monarchy then?
I think
since he is called King James.
I think, all kidding aside, I think that LeBron James would be a great president because, like basketball, he got into it. He quickly became the greatest player to ever play.
Which will all of that
annoy everyone.
All of that will translate to president.
But I think he's someone that, when it comes to basketball, he's learned how to play smart. When it comes to his outside gigs, like he's become a very huge force. He speaks his mind.
He
goes and joins things. So even if you don't agree with him, you know where he stands. And I think that's an important part of any president.
And we have seen what speaking your mind does in a presidency so far. Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos, actually, honestly, so far would be probably the best pick out of the ones that we've mentioned so far. He is the king of the Amazon empire. That is not the empire in Brazil, where the Amazon jungle is. That is the empire that began selling books, and now you can order soup from Amazon, and they'll fly it to you by drone, and it'll still be hot when it gets there. Jeff Bezos, I don't know how much profit Amazon is making, but they're permeating culture. Amazon is really going crazy, so there's no reason why Jeff Bezos, being a successful businessman, there's no reason why a successful businessman cannot translate all of his success into a presidency. It's never been tried before, so maybe if Jeff Bezos did run, we will see what it's like to see someone who is a rich businessman become president of the United States. But until then, we'll have to wait. Jeff Bezos, everybody.
Jeff Bezos, 2032.
Jeff Bezos. Jefe Bezos.
Bigfoot. Yeah, Bigfoot, he's someone that we don't really know where he stands. He's an outsider.
Well, after he leaves where he is standing, we do know because of his footprints.
Yes.
Sorry.
He's an outsider, though.
He is.
We don't know if he's Republican or if he's Democrat, if he's Libertarian. I'm going to go with libertarian. I don't think that I think that's why he stays hidden. Because he looks at the Republicans and thinks, oh, bunch of cowards. Looks at the liberals and thinks, bunch of PC Bigfoot crap.
That's right.
And he's going to walk up there and he's going to just do your own thing. You want to be hairy and walk through the woods? You do that. You want to own a gun? Do that. If you want to take blurry photos of people, go do it. It's your right as an American.
I think Bigfoot as well will be a benefit because if our country were ever to need to go into hiding, Bigfoot is who we want to be our president. Mm-hmm. Because probably centuries of looking for Bigfoot, ain't found him. Ain't nobody found him. So if North Korea decides we're going to launch a nuke, Bigfoot would be able to hide us all in the forest, and we'd never be found.
I agree with that.
So I think that's good.
Like to choose the last one?
Certainly. Oh gosh, I hope it's a big old goodie.
All the rest of them are Michael Cera.
Mike Tyson. Oh boy. Mike Tyson would be a great president because I think he's a little bit crazy. Mm-hmm. Definitely now. He's got face tattoos, which is intimidating to our enemies. As well, I believe that it would usher in a new era of international disputes being settled, not with war, but with one-on-one boxing matches. Mm-hmm. I can see now the headlines, Tyson versus Putin. The grandmasters of their countries are coming together to do a 12-round bout to decide the fate of the world. And I would hope that Mike Tyson would knock Vladimir Putin right out, and the USA would be the new head of the galactic world empire. I
think if you look at our past presidents, that's been the biggest problem. Is that they speak with the military or they speak through words. Like Bill Clinton's not going to get in a boxing match. No. Franklin Roosevelt isn't going to do that. I mean, Donald Trump, Barack Obama. You might like them, but I don't think they could take a punch.
I would get in the ring with both of those boys at the same time. You can take that to the bank.
If you go back to Mr. Theodore Roosevelt, that's a man who spoke with his fist.
He sure did.
A rifle.
He spoke with a rifle. I'm pretty sure who was it who said that to carry the big stick?
That was him.
That was him. Mm-hmm. He spoke with a stick. All without words.
Theodore, Tyson, do the math.
Yeah, let me tell you something. You get socked in the jaw with a nasty right hook, or you get slapped across the temple with a nice oak rod. Mm-hmm. Kim Jong nor Putin will be coming back after that.
I agree.
And if your leader goes down, what are you? What do you have left?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I hope that this has been an informative few moments for you. It's probably been a little bit on the long side, but we wanted to make sure that you had the information that you need going into our next election. Mm-hmm. So be sure to vote your conscience in the next election that comes around in the next 4 years from now.
All these are quality write-ins, as we've shown you. Yep.
All it takes is a few million people writing in to be a blip on the map. So we hope that you'll do that.
Technically, in the last election, over 50% of America didn't vote. So if any of these people could have been president,
that is
not
amazing.
Bigfoot, but yeah, I think all of the people I think what's his name? High School Musical guy.
Zac Efron.
I don't think he's of age, but everyone else, you could have made Mike Tyson our
you
president.
Could have, but you failed. Mm-hmm. Don't fail again. I personally am going to be voting for Bigfoot. Brandon, I was going to ask who you're voting for, but instead I think I'll ask, do you have anything else you'd like to add to this episode?
I do.
Please add it.
Going back to Theodore Roosevelt, he once was on his way to give a speech, got shot by a guy. He reached in and saw that he wasn't coughing up blood, or he didn't. He reached in, saw the wound, realized he wasn't coughing up blood, knew it didn't hit anything vital, went and gave a speech, then went to the hospital.
What a boss. Mm-hmm. Be a Theodore Roosevelt kind of guy. In the meantime, please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Like, comment on this video, subscribe to our channel, and we will see you next week for another Tank Talk. Bye-bye.
I was going to show you the rest of it.
Oh, I'm sorry.